Hello, hello. I am starting a one-day book shopping vlog. Since I moved to Richmond, Virginia, I have been craving a exploration day in the Raleigh-Durham area in North Carolina. So when I heard from a booktube friend that she's going to be in the area to do some college visits with one of her kids, she invited me to come and do a book shopping day. I immediately was like, I'm in. Let's do it. So I'm going to do some book shopping today. I'm going to a bunch of different used and independent bookstores, possibly to some gardens at one of the colleges nearby. And I'm going to hang out with a booktube friend. So I'm really excited. You got to stay tuned to see who that is. And we're going to just do some shopping, do some independent bookstores, exploring a new city. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to do this since I moved here. Maybe this will inspire me to do it in some other towns nearby within driving distance. Let's go. Let's have fun. Look who's here. It's Jen from Bookish Blonde. Woo woo. Okay, first one. Books do furnish a room. It looks slightly sketchy from the outside. I guess we'll have to see when we get inside. So that was exactly as you would expect from the outside.
It was even crooked. Like
it was really
crazy.
Kind of an experience. But I did find two things. So
I found nothing.
Yeah.
My daughter who's with us found a used CD. So
sweet.
Yeah, it's something.
Books. Here we go. Letters Bookshop. So Jen has 3 books in her hand. Who do you think was influenced by Krista in this bookstore?
Maybe.
The Lost Year, House on Fire, and The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I mean, come on.
She's
I was like,
spend all my money, guys.
I'm like, you need to read this. You need to read this. You need to read this. Book Harvest. Shop number, I don't know, 3. Good, how are you? So that one that we just went to, the Book Harvest, you can see it there, was actually a non-profit. So everything in there it was only children's books, and everything in there was free. because they do a lot of literacy programs from birth until all the way up. So there was a lot of children's books. They do free story times. They work with incarcerated people and their children. They do tutoring, like anything they can do to get books into the hands of kids and teach literacy and justice for all, she said. I love that. So we both found some books, but we also made a donation because what a good cause, right? So cool. Golden Pig Books. Hi. All right, I don't know what number we're on, but here we go. Flyleaf Books is next up. We got a cart outside to check out. Some more used books inside. Booktubers on the prowl. How cute are these? Good, how are you? Thank you. It's cute shop in here. And prologue. It's both. One is used, one is new. Let's go check it out. All right, here's another location for Golden Fig. I think this is our last one. Let's make it a good one.
Yes, that's good vibes here.
right, so we are done with the bookstores. We're about to have dinner before I drive back to Virginia. But we want you to guess, before we even count, we want you to guess how many books did I buy and how many books did Jen buy? Who has more? Guess, put your guesses in the comments. We went to, what was it in total, 7?
7.
You guys know because you've just seen them all, but I think it's 7 bookstores that we went to today. So I will tell you the answer is more than 7 for both of us. You just
That's
have
a
to
good hint.
You just have to guess because we didn't both buy at all of them.
No.
But
That's true.
the answer for both of us is more than 7. But we need to count them. So we'll
Less
be
than
back.
100.
We'll be back in a minute. And we're going to Moe's. Welcome to Moe's for dinner. Okay, we're headed to Moe's. One of us has 13 and one of us has 19.
Who is it?
Who is who? I'll give
we
you a
tell
second.
them?
We'll tell them in a minute.
Okay.
We'll go in and order it. We'll sit down and then we'll tell you.
Okay.
For you, it'll be like 1 second, but. All right, the time has come to say goodbye.
Sad. Sad face.
It was
had so much fun.
such a good day. Like totally worth driving a couple hours.
Thank
I would
you.
do it
I
again.
appreciate that.
I would do it again. Okay, so we told you one of us has 13 and one has 19.
We told them already?
I think on mine I did.
I don't think you did. I
Well,
think you need to start over. I think
okay.
you need to start this all over.
All right, time for guessing is over. The final answer is Jen bought more than me.
I did. I'm at 19.
And I bought 13.
Yeah.
So, not bad. I paid full price for a couple middle grades, but most of the other ones were all second hand, like used
Yeah.
books, and so they were cheaper. And you only bought one full price.
I bought one full price, and it was a signed copy, so it was
Yeah.
worth it to me. And it was on my list, so
Yeah.
we did pretty good.
We did really good. It was a good day.
Yep, beautiful
very
day.
good day.
Perfect day.
I'll let you know all the books I got when I get home, but I gotta drive home first. All right, I have made it back home and took my hair out of the clip while I was driving. It's a little wild right now, but I had such a good day hanging out with Jen and her daughter and friend. Jen and I went to loads of bookstores as well as the gardens at Duke, which were really nice. It was just such a really good day. I always love connecting with other booktubers, and I first met Jen when she came and joined our BookTube Besties outing trip last year, and it was just really nice to see her again in person and get to hang out with her and do some book shopping. And I have 13 books to tell you about, so I'm just going to go through. I guess I'll start with this bag because look at this cute tote that I got from Flyleaf Books, which was my favorite bookstore. This was such a cute bookstore, and I love the handles have the maroon on it. I love the color. I love the little dragonfly. I just loved it so much, so I had to get this tote. In their used book room, I picked up this book by Heather Weber, South of the Buttonwood Tree. I have read Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe, I believe, by Heather Weber, and I liked it. It's southern, it's charming, a little bit of magic in there, a sparkling novel with captivating blend of love, family, and small town southern charm. I'm here for it. Another one that I really am excited to have is The Museum of Ordinary People by Mike Gale. This is one of my anticipated reads from last year, I believe. I think I have a NetGalley copy of it. I really love All the Lonely People by Mike Gale, and I'm interested in reading more from him for sure. Inspired by a box of mementos found abandoned near a dumpster, The Museum of Ordinary People is a thought-provoking story of memory and loss, of the things we leave behind and the future we create for ourselves. And I think it just follows a bunch of different people at a library. No, I think there's a warehouse known as the Museum of Ordinary People, and I'm not really sure what that's about, but it's Mike Gale. I know I've really enjoyed another book by him, so I grabbed that one. And then I also picked up A Middle Grade by Dusty Bowling. This is Dust. I've heard good things about this. Dusty Bowling is the author of The Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus, and I have a couple others by her on my shelves now as well, but I've really heard good things about this one. For the sudden increase in dust storms around town, be connected to Adam's emotions. A little magical element? I don't know. Why do the storms get worse when he goes home after school? Can she stand up for her new friend and stop the massive black walls of dust? Her life just may depend on it. What? I'm so intrigued by that. So this is from Golden Fig. There were 2 Golden Fig locations that we went to, and at one of them I picked up another Heather Weber book, In the Middle of Hickory Lane. Again, Southern charm. In the magical neighborhood garden in the middle of Hickory Lane, Emmy, these 2 characters, learn some hard truths about the past and themselves and the value of friends, family, and community. And most important, that true growth starts from within. I'm excited. Another middle grade that I picked up at full price. This is from Epilogue or Prologue. One of them is used and one of them is new, and they were kind of together. But I picked up this one in the new section, A Place at the Table by Sadiqa Faruqi and Laura Siobhan. A timely and beautifully written story, Place at the Table explores food, friendship, family, and what it means to belong. And I believe we follow 2 middle schoolers, Sarah and Elizabeth. One of them is Muslim. One of them doesn't really fit in, and they are partnered up for a cooking kind of extracurricular thing. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'm excited to read this. I know a couple other people read it during middle grade March and really enjoyed it. So I'm just excited to read that one eventually. And that's all of that bag. Let's see what's in this bag. At the very first store that we went to that was a little bit sketchy. It was like a trailer, and it was very, very old and dilapidated a bit, but still fun to explore. And I did find 2 books in there. So I grabbed this nonfiction, Comfort Me with Apples by Ruth Reichel. I'm kind of bummed because she came to a library near me recently and I missed going to it. This is the second Ruth Reichel on my shelves now, and I still haven't read anything by her, but it's gonna be a collection of essays, I believe, about people that she has met, and it's very foodie. There's recipes in here. She's known for her food writing, like her nonfiction food writing. So I'm excited to have that. I also picked up the 3rd book in this King Raven trilogy by Stephen Lawhead. I think it's a trilogy. I don't know if there are more, but I have now Hood and Scarlet, and then this is the 3rd one, Tuck. Now I need to probably read it. Now that I have all 3. Get the first Golden Fig. I picked up this book by Elizabeth Letts, Finding Dorothy. Historical fiction, and I don't know if it's going to be a retelling, but we're in Hollywood 1938. So it's not a retelling, but it's about the making of the movie Wizard of Oz. I'm excited about that. I don't know how much of that's going to be based on true story or what, but I just think that sounds really cool. One final bag here, 5 more books to talk to you about. We went to a store, I think I mentioned it. It was called the Book Harvest. I'm going to put that there. So if you want to pause and scan for reading tips. This place was a nonprofit and everything in there was free. So we both left a donation because we both found a few things. So I picked up a board book to bring to work. This is called I'm going to Give You a Hug. And it kind of just goes through different animals. I'm going to give you a duck hug, a webbed feet, feathered seat, waddle through the muck hug. So it's poems, like it's rhyming and it has good rhythm and it's all about giving hugs. So I think that that's cute. I'm going to bring that to my little nanny kiddo that I love to give hugs to. I found, oh my gosh, The Secret Garden of 181st Street. Love this book. This is a Secret Garden, modern day Secret Garden retelling set in New York City. And the garden is going to be a rooftop garden. I've already read this. I really love it. I was so thrilled to find it. I found this book by T. Kingfisher. I did not know this was a middle grade / YA. This is A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. 14-year-old Mona isn't like the wizard charged with defending the city. She can't control lightning or speak to water. Her familiar is a sourdough starter and her magic only works on bread. She has a comfortable life in her aunt's bakery making gingerbread men dance. But Mona's life is turned upside down when she finds a dead body on the bakery floor. Sounds like a fun one. And I'm curious to read more T. Kingfisher, but not the horror ones. I also picked up at that nonprofit place this nonfiction, Borderlands and the Mexican American Story by David Dorado Romo. This is part of the Race to the Truth series. And I did pick up one of these about the Chinese Exclusion Act and early Chinese immigrants to America. So I'm really excited to have another one in this series. I think these are going to be really cool nonfiction middle grades to read. So I was super excited to find that. And finally, the last book that I picked up there is Elemenop. This says A Progressively Lipogrammatic Epistolary Fable by Mark Dunn. So I believe in this town that created The Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog, which uses all 26 letters of the alphabet. There's a statue in the middle of this town that created this phrase with that sentence on it, and the letters start falling off because it's just old. But as the letters fall off, this town takes that as, they take a higher importance to that, and so they stop using the letters that fall off. So Z falls off first, so they just eliminate the letter Z from their writing and speaking. It's epistolary, so I'm not sure who's writing to each other. Eventually, more and more letters fall off, and as the book goes on, they eliminate those letters from their writing as well. I think, I'm not sure. I'm excited to give this one a try. I think it'll be a fun read. So here, can I hold? Oh, no. Dang it. I thought I was going to be able to hold them up. Okay, here we go. I got them. Okay, so here are the 13 books that I found today. I did really good as far as finding some good deals. Not too many of these are just random purchases. They're mostly from authors that I've read before or have been interested in. So I feel pretty good about my purchases today. I'm so excited that I got to go see Jen and spend some quality time with the Bookish Blonde. Her channel will be linked down below. Go show her some love. And that is going to be it for me today. It's just not a full weekend vlog, just a one-day vlog, a little different than the last few weeks, but it was nice to not have to do the whole weekend. I guess it was a little bit of a break. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. And because we were at Duke today, and Duke is in the Final Four of March Madness, go ahead and put a little basketball emoji if you've been here for the whole time, but you don't really know what to put in the comments. Go ahead and give me a little basketball for Duke. I'm not really cheering for anybody. I'm not really watching March Madness this year at all, and that's okay. But I know that they're in the Final Four and things are going to be crazy there. They might have already lost now that I think about it, or won. I don't know. The game is today, I believe, this evening. Little basketball, if you've made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you for being here so much. And I'm really excited to get to these books. Let me know if you've read any of them, and I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.